Okay, we're over here on the south side of the home. The electric power comes below grade. It's a good thing. Our power supply conduit has a slip joint on it, so when the structure moves a little bit, I mean, that's fine. It's a beautiful thing. We come along over here, our wall penetration. Here we've got this. That's our grounding rod right there. All right, that's a good thing. All right, so and this is the main service panel. See where it says square D here? Okay, that's printing. See where it says dryer and cooktop? That's printing. Now speaking of dryer and cooktop, okay, according to this is the cooktop, and we have a gas cooktop in the house. According to this is the clothes dryer. Now they're both 30 amps, all right? But code says that the clothes dryer should be GFCI protected. Okay, this is supposed to go to the clothes dryer. The cooktop, which you have a gas cooktop, so I don't know why you need 220 to that, says probably the range, air conditioner range. Okay, so they're not labeled properly, and a lot of and a lot of ranges are 50 amps. So you want to know what the amperage is on your oven. On your oven, you want to make sure that you got enough power. A cooktop, I guess that would be the oven. But you see, all these are 30 amps except for this one. Okay, this goes to the second panel. Goes to the second panel. Now, you see this wire right here? That's a hot white. Okay, going to the condensing unit. So I know this goes to the condensing unit. All right, and you don't have to have a separate disconnect because it's right here by it. So that would be your disconnect and your circuit breaker for the condensing unit. But this white hot should be wrapped with black tape. If you don't know that's hot, you don't belong in this cabinet. I get that. But you see these neutrals? They're wrapped with white tape. Why? Well, because if you don't know that's the neutrals, okay, then you don't belong in this cabinet. But to make it, how shall we say, foolproof, it's the kindest word I can say. To make this foolproof, we wrapped it with white tape. To make this foolproof, this should have been wrapped with black tape. Okay, so the white hot and main cabinet. And the main cabinet on the other side of the wall, we're still on the south wall. So we're over here on the south wall. This is the second cabinet right here, right? This is our UFER. That's part of the grounding system. That's spelled UFER, not UFFER, but we're not counting off for spelling today. We're not counting off for spelling today. What are we counting off for? Oh, well, let's try this. That's handwriting. It's supposed to be printed like this. It's not a lot of handwriting. And we see this is a square D, Q, 0, C, 3, excuse me, Q, O, C, 3, 0, U, F. Okay? This cabinet has been recalled. This cabinet has been recalled by the manufacturer. And there's two options. You either replace the cabinet, but Squarity also thinks that actually Squarity auction, stands behind it. They say this cabinet can be made safe. It can be made safe by a licensed and certified electrician. Certified being that they went through the school that teaches the electrician what it is that the manufacturer wants done inside of this cabinet to make it safe. And then they have a marker on this, okay? There's a marker goes on the outside and a marker goes on the inside, and it's got a date on it, and the electrician that did it signs it. This cabinet can be made safe, or it can be replaced. Now, Square D is not the only ones that think that. Okay? National Home Builders Association. And I'm thinking that this home builder might belong to the National Home Builders Association. And the National Home Builders Association, or is it the National Association of Home Builders? But the National Home Builders Association agrees with Square D. So the National Home Builders Association thinks that this cabinet is not safe until it has been made safe. Man, I mean, you're going to argue with the manufacturer and the National Association of Home Builders? I don't know, man. I think I'd want to see those dots if it was my house. And it's my professional opinion. And I'm a hypocrite about a lot of things that I'm going to be talking about. I'm a hypocrite about a lot of things. But I'd have that fixed. It's not going to cost anything, hardly. You know, it's going to be an affordable, economical fix. It would be just argumentative, just petty not to do that. In my professional opinion, my reasonable professional opinion. What else have we got going on in here? Well, we got a little bit of paint, in here. Okay, the manufacturer says no debris, code and the manufacturer both agree there shouldn't be any debris and paint inside of the cabinet. Now, I'm not seeing any on the bus bar, but I can't see behind the breakers. Okay, the paint goes all the way down here, so I can't see what's there. That paint was probably here before the breakers. So, you know, maybe when they're making it safe, they can pull the breakers off and see if there's any paint, and they can decide whether to make it safe or whether to replace it, because you don't want paint on your buses going inside of here. You don't. That's just not what you want to do. What else, bud? You can come up with something else. Oh, there's my pen. Oh, look at that. Okay, see this cabinet, this dead front cover is supposed to fit flush to this cabinet. And it seals it up. Makes it safe. So if it melts down, it stays inside of this cabinet that's not safe. This cabinet's got a, you know, the manufacturer thinks it's going to melt down. There's some paint on your wires right there. Alright, it's supposed to stay safe. But look, we got a gap there. It's not supposed to be more than a 1/16 of an inch. My pen just sits right up there. So what that means is instead of the cabinet being on this, the cabinet is flush to this wall. We got this gap. If this melts down, the fire curls around there and gets out. Oh, bud, give us a break. This is construction. Okay, I'll give you a break. Here's a break. You see that little white cart out there? I can't really call it a car. Or that little white cart out there. The 16-year-old kid that put the stereo in that dash, it looks like it came with the car. It's perfect. All right? And I would hope that a 16-year-old kid has more on his mind. You would think that he has more on mind what he's going to do Friday night with his buds. If he's going to get his homework on time. You know, maybe he's got a girlfriend. You know, I'm not sure. A 16-year-old kid has a lot more on his mind than a 24-year-old drywall installer or a 30-year-old licensed electrician. I just can't believe that those guys have as much distractions going on as the kid that put the stereo in that car. It just doesn't make sense to me. I'm a loss at words. I can't think of what to say about it. I just wouldn't.